Okay, so now our motion correction job is finished, and it's time to do CTF estimation, and that's the last step in our pre-processing. So to do CTF estimation, you just have to give the input from the motion correct job you just ran, and you just go to the motion core folder and give it your star file. The rest of the parameters are the same inputs that you gave in the motion correction tab, and sometimes they carry over. Otherwise, you just have to put them in again. And then in the searches tab, the only thing that you need to change from the default settings is this parameter maximum resolution. So the reason you change that is it is the kind of you're defining the maximum resolution you expect to get from a map. And in the case of our microscope, we usually get up to 3 angstrom data, and sometimes we even beat that. And it's something you can go back and redo, but it's good at this point, I think, to just use 3 um, eh, at the cost of a little bit of time and computing power. And then the next thing to do is tell RELION to use CTF Find 4.1, especially in Beowulf, because we don't have the GCTF software that you could alternatively use to do CTF estimation. And then the last thing is you want to define a number of CPUs to run this job with. And we're just going to use 32 for now. I think that's the maximum number that RELION will use here for some reason. Um, and with all of that, we only have about 20 micrographs in this data set, so it should take just a few seconds. And then I'm not even going to give this an alias because we're only going to do CTF estimation once. So we'll run and that should work just fine. And the mouse will go get the cheese and it is done and written out. So now you're done with pre-processing and this next step, picking particles, is where you start to affect the outcome of your map.